think we're live. I do believe we're live. I do believe, do believe we're live. Okay, excellent. So good morning. And to been working on getting feedback and working on ideas. Starting next week, we're going to start. The very first thing is to do a 10-minute activity for 3 to 5 year olds, followed by a little bit of time with parents and ideas how they can make this into a family activity. So the 3 to 5s can just be, it's going to be a watch and enjoy. I do my best to come up with ideas. And then we're going to do a 5 to 8 year old session where they can, it'll be hands-on activity, and then a session for parents and with ideas and family ideas. Oh, and prep for tomorrow. Each of those will have prep for the next day so that you're ready to just jump right in for the prep. And then there will be activities for 8 to 12 year olds as the 3 separate lives. And again, ideas where you can play those games as a family, where you can help play as a family, where the young ones learn one thing and the older ones learn something on a completely different level. So that's next week. One of the things we're going to do in preparation is get everyone a spinner, a 0 to 9 spinner. And so you can either get an expensive dice. I'm sure there are decahedral dice out there, what they call them. I can't remember. I can't remember what the Gamers way of referring to dice. But we're going to just make it with a piece of paper. So what you need is, well, a piece of card actually. What you need is a piece of card, some glue. I don't have any glue, so I'm going to improvise with tape, and then I've got to obtain some glue some way, somehow. But as long as you can stick, well, don't actually have to, because we've got a template which you can download. There will be a link on the activity, on the spin high, spin low activity, and I'll move the piece of paper. So this is what it looks like. And you can cut that out and stick it on. But actually, what I think we might do today, because I don't have any glue, is we might just improvise a bit. It's not going to be exactly right. And if you want it exactly right, every single one of those portions to be exactly right, because those are thirds of those, that makes it a bit, we're not splitting it in half. Cutting it into 10 means you're not actually splitting, that there isn't, and like if you're cutting it into quarters or eighths, then you keep splitting things into halves. It's a little bit harder than that, but we can do it. And so each one will be 36 degrees. You can do it that with a compass. Now, so I'm going to go ahead and draw it so that this can be done straight away. You can download that later and stick it on. I've got to get some glue to stick it on. Getting glue right now is not the easiest thing in the world. So, sorry, I didn't get a thick enough one here. Now, I'm not allowing myself any room for mistakes. So I don't even know, but I suppose if I make it the same size as this, so that's 3 centimeters. Let's make them each 3 centimeters. Got some lines on here that can help me a little bit. And then how far is that from there? It is not exactly, it's not going to be exactly right. It's 9.3 centimeters. So this is definitely an older person's activity, doing it this way. Or you can just do it haphazardly as well. Haphazard is okay, just to get a toy going, just to have a toy that works. Now the next one, as I said, this isn't a very simple task, because what I'm now going to do is I'm going to join those 2 lines there. Now, how long is that? I'm improvising here. I'm working out, okay, how can I do this? That's 9.7. So that's 9.7. That's 9.7. So all of my diagonals will be 9.7. And I'm going to make them all approximately the same angle. And obviously 9.7, then through the middle, it's 4.4. 4.9.7. Oh dear, that doesn't make sense. And that's now, 9.98. So it's 49 through the center. So 4.9 through the center. I'm going to make them approximately right. It's not going to be exactly right, but I'm going to eyeball it and make it approximately right. One of them is going to be out. That one's gone too far. For approximately right, but it's not going to be exactly right. And then we'll do, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing and you can't see what I'm doing. Silly me. Right, so that's 4.9, 9.8, stop at the right place this time. That goes to 4.9, that goes to 9.8. This is approximate. This is very definitely oh, look at that. Approximate, and now this last one, 4.9, 9.8, about halfway across that last one, 9.8. I know I got one of them wrong, so I've got to be careful where I go with that one. Pick up my ruler. And now that one was wrong, so I'm going to do that one last. Boing, boing. So younger learners can get a bit of help from the grown-ups, but you know what? My grandson yesterday, my 5-year-old grandson, was sitting decided that we were playing battleships. He's in Spain, I'm in England, and Grandma, of course, couldn't use his battleship game, so Grandma made herself a grid. Grandma just went ahead and made herself it was a 4x4 grid. And when he saw what Grandma was doing, he decided he was going to throw his beautiful game away, and he wanted to make himself a 4x4 grid. He's 5. He didn't have, his mum wasn't there. His mum was, the whole point of me doing that with him is to give his mum a bit of a break. And he, by golly, he made himself, first he made one, and then it went all a bit funny. But you know what? We played the game, we had fun with it. And the point is that he is developing a new skill. So if I allow a 5-year-old to make this for themselves, you can make one and they can make one, and then play with theirs, empower them. Now we get to draw the numbers on, each one doesn't really matter where that's going to go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've made a magnificent mistake. Yay! What have I done? What have I done? Well, I've made, what have I done? How many sides has this got? Got 11, it goes up to 11, but if you notice, you can actually tell what was my error. My error was well, I'll let you work on that. Now I'm going to do another one. Maybe I should just cut this one out and stick it on, but you get the idea. You know what? You can play and make just loads of different ones of these, and then you've got a spinner that goes up to 11, if you want a spinner that goes up to 11, but you can play and just make lots with different numbers and then still play different games with them. Now this one does have to be exact. It says make an exact copy of the spinner, and the reason why there are some of the games where it needs to be exact is because we're doing probabilities and things like that. So each segment must be the same size to give everyone an equal chance. Having said that, you can see how games can be, well, your challenge now is to make a decagonal, a decagon and get them right. Let's figure out what I did wrong. I know what I can see what I did wrong. Look how small that 6 is there. I do over. That's okay, because that's how we learn. That's how I learn. And I've there is no shame. I made a magnificent, I'm going to show you. I made a magnificent mistake, and I learned that next time I do it, I've got to make the segments bigger, and even better, use a protractor, and even better, really get the geometry right. You can just see, goes to show how important geometry is. If you want a 10 numbers, 0 to 9 spinner, you've got to get your geometry right in order to achieve it. So I'm actually going to now cut this out because of time, just purely for time. I will persevere with that exercise. if you use, you can't see what I'm doing. I'll get better at this. If you use, you'll be printing these out. I've got the links all ready to send you to print these out for tomorrow. I'm going to just take this on as per my usual plan. That's what I do. I think of things and I just go ahead and I think, oh, you know, I'll do that. And now I just demonstrated live how we learn from our mistakes, because I've achieved two things. I've achieved a 0 to 11 spinner unintentionally, but hey, I've now got a 0 to 11 spinner and I'm actually really delighted with that. So here, I'm going to stick on my, and I don't have glue, so I am going to use sticky tape. And while you're waiting for me to get my sticky tape ready, if you can find a paper clip or a piece of wire, the kind of wire that you get, the things that wrap wires, the wires in, the twisty ties, the cable ties, anything like this, a little bit of wire is what you need. And I'm going to not do this very elegantly. Definitely elegantly, but you know what, it's stuck. So I'm now going to unwind my paper clip. So I've got a nice straight line. So any piece of wire will do, as long as you can make it straight. It's nice, rigid, straightness of straight. Now I'm getting my pencil and I'm going to sharpen it a little bit so that if I'm lucky, it has a sharp point. Oh, jolly good. That's what I needed. Decorate the table a bit. Okay, nice sharp point. Not sure about my pencil sharpener there. And then what you do is you're now going to pierce. See, that's actually a hole. Actually a hole in the cardboard, hence using the cardboard. And then now put that in like so, and we can then spin. Ooh, and identify the number. And this is, I'm just going to very quickly run through what we're going to do tomorrow so that you're prepared. We're going to, actually to prepare for tomorrow, the next thing we're going to do is get paper, get this in the right place, and a ruler, and draw. We can actually use one piece of paper to, actually we're going to go this way, because we can use one piece of paper to play this game several times. Waste not, want not. So we're going to go across here and we're going to make 4 squares. 1, 2, well, you can make them smaller than that, but if we make them nice and big, then we can fit, we can play with younger people. Older people can use your smaller squares if they want. So the idea that we're going to do is we're going to spin and write down numbers. Now, depending on the age, there will be different challenges. For young people, we're just going to put one number in at a time and look at them all and decide which is the biggest number. For older, for next ages up, as we're going to make them big numbers. And I have got it ready here, but here it is. If you're going up to 100, then you'll play with 2 boxes and decide, and you're going to write out numbers and decide which is the biggest. If you're going up to 1000, then you have 3 boxes and lay out the numbers to decide which is the biggest number. And that's the game that we're going to be playing tomorrow. That's the prep for it. And this game works at all different levels, from 3 to at least 8. But it's certainly challenging for some 11, 12-year-olds. And you can take it from there. It's one of those stretchy games that you can take on beyond whatever level you're at to make it more challenging. So thank you very much. I'll be putting the links on immediately before I forget, because I'm good at forgetting that, aren't I? And then all of these are going to go on, they are going on YouTube, so they can be searchable. You can find them all on the video section of the Making Maths, with the group, the Making Maths Fun group. They're all on there. And also on the YouTube. So we've got the Bubbly Maths YouTube channel. And then slowly but surely we're populating on the Aiming High website, which is where you have the actual resources with all the explanations and teachers' notes, and they're quite easy to follow, teachers' notes, so parents can follow them too. And we have parents' notes are going up as we speak. Each day we're adding, Mark Tony's adding parent notes onto the site. And that is the Maths Toys YouTube channel with creating videos to put on there that match the activities. So they're more formal, they're a bit more structured than my chaotic self. So thank you, and please do share, let people know we're doing a 9 o'clock every morning on Making Maths Fun, here on, it's all being stored on the group. Please do encourage people to join the Making Maths Fun group if you think it'll be of help to them. We're really focusing on helping parents with maths at home in different guises. So as of next, it's an evolving thing. I started off jumping on thinking, okay, let's do something for parents. Well, actually what parents are asking for is please do something for children. So as of next week, see how it goes. But the plan is to start off, do maybe 3 separate lives starting at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, there'll be 10 minutes for 4 to 5 year olds, 3, 4, 5 year olds, where they can just watch and enjoy and count on and just train the tools. We'll be counting and looking at shapes and just colors and playing, and just generally having 10-minute warm-up playing. Parents are absolutely welcome to watch, but they won't be required, as in there won't be things that they need to help with. And then after that, this can be on the replay. They can play, and they'll be prepped for the next day perhaps, or just ideas where you can bring these activities in as a family and do these activities as a family. So look for, and also you could get your older children to watch the videos and perhaps do those activities with the children throughout the day, because as you know, the younger children like to repeat the same thing again and again. So and stretch the activity and send us videos, send us pictures. Doesn't have to be the children's faces if you don't mind, great, because people like to see engaged children and see how it works for them. But or just ideas, just comment, tell us what ideas you've had and how it's worked out, so that we know what's working and what isn't, what we need to do more of, what we need to adapt and what we need to do less of. So that would be hugely valuable. And yeah, and then for that's the littlies, then 5 to 8 year olds will do activities where they can do more hands-on. You know your own children, you know whether you have to be there or not, or whether you can get an older child to help with the younger child. And then we'll do 8 to 12 year olds. It'll be based on it'll be the same theme, but different activities. So we'll do 3 lives starting at 9. I think we'll probably do 9, 9:30 and 10, because otherwise I think I'll go mad. And we were doing a Facebook live, but YouTube live, but YouTube's not letting me do lives. They've just not letting me. So until this, I've appealed, I've gone for tech support, then my lives are not being allowed. So until that gets sorted, we'll just be uploading videos. So thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. And I have got coffee. That's Yvette, everybody. If you have any dealings with Bubbly Maths and you say that's Yvette, that is the amazing Yvette. And she's brought me coffee. Oh, yeah, we're doing our COVID quarantine together, which is actually rather magical. See you tomorrow. Thank you.